You gotta tell me you don't like being up there. Bougie bitch. I'm scared. Hello, you guys. I am having a hard time, but I decided to show up on camera anyway. Bonnet leaned to the side. You understand? It's giving chef. I get it. So, I am sitting here. I'm in some pain. I've been in some pain for now. This is now a week and a day. And those of us who have uterus, we have to fight for our lives every day. We truly do. So right now, I am just having a hard time moving through the unbearable cramps that have essentially left me bedridden for some time. The pain is so bad that I can't concentrate. I'm pretty useless in doing work. I've graciously asked all my professors for an extension because everything needs to be an extension. Then for a moment of reprieve, I was feeling like, okay, it's like, cause the pain been above a 10 for the last, week and a day. Every day, there's no Midol. There's nothing that has been able to tamper this pain. So I was like, and then yesterday I hit my head pretty bad, and my bestie was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm fine," but I feel the knot. I feel it today. So it's like, did I give myself another concussion? I really hope I didn't do that. Cause I banged it in the same spot as the last concussion. Real tragedy. I was like, oh, I'm feeling a little bit better. Let me go and, start doing some homework. Get some stuff started. Things are due at midnight. No, then the system of the university where you go in and you can see your homework and you can even go to class. I'm supposed to be in class right now, but you have to go through the system to get to the Zoom. Is down. Yep, so I sit here in my friend's Crisco, I think they're a terrible company. Sorry, friend. I think they're a terrible company, so I don't want to give them some. But still, I sit here in this sweater that was borrowed from a friend, and I'm fighting for my life. And all I want to do is lay down with a heat pad and some water. That's it. Not too much. But I did come to you because I'm hoping what I can do as a part of this vlog is start doing the reading that I would do, where I would just update you wherever I'm at. And that's pretty much what I do anyway. So Ashley from the Realm of Kidlit Comics, her and I started a comics book club, and it's called the Realm of Comics Book Club. And then life happened to me bad, and I don't think I have attended a book club in a long time. So it's her book club now. She's been holding it down, and they are reading this book, which is called This Place Kills Me. It is a manga by Mariko Tamaki and Nicole Gao. It's a YA graphic novel mystery. I don't know why I thought it was a manga. If I said that, take it back. It's a YA graphic mystery, and hell yeah, really, This Place Kills Me had me. It's 288 pages. It came out last year, and it is on Hoopla for the Americans and also the Canadians who have Hoopla. So they are reading this. They are talking about this, I think, on the 25th, and today is the 23rd. So I do know 2 of my assignments are short, and I would love to read 100 pages of this before the end of the day. But I also want to let you know that my cramps was so bad last night that I didn't get to go to sleep until 7 a.m. And I had a 8 a.m. meeting. I also had a 9 o'clock meeting. Then I had class at 11. And then I had another impromptu meeting at noon. I had a phone call with a friend. And then I was preparing to get ready for this class I'm supposed to be in right now, which I'm sad. It's historical linguistics. And here we are. Here we are. So, that's that on that. But I hope, to get some reading done. And maybe I'll just read right now until the system come on. And I'm glad, I hope the professor is able to get into the system. I'm not. He records every class, so I'll just listen to that later. But I do need to give Angela some water in her humidifier because it's fighting for its life, right? It's cloudy in there, but it's not enough water to go in there. And then also, you guys, I've been getting copyright strikes for music. So I hope the music I choose that's available through YouTube isn't too bad because I've been in a position where I've paid for music subscriptions twice now, two different ones. And I do what they tell you to do. And both of them are similar of you have to subscribe to the channel on YouTube and you have to put the link in the description box, which I do. And every time I do it, they tell me I've hit a copyright blank blank. I don't know if it's because I feel like I'm not to be a conspiracy or alternative theories girl, but I don't know if it's because I'm one of those people who technology hates that every time I try to do something different, shit hits the fan. I'm really shocked about the quality of this camera. I'm really shocked about how, I'm doing this. I don't think I've been waiting to do the mic situation for a while. Mainly, I just keep forgetting to use the mic. So I'm trying to force myself to get into practice of using it, but I wasn't using it for a while because I didn't realize I didn't figure out how to use it. I was using it right here and I'm whispering because why is it this close to your face? And it was just way too much. I was doing way too much. I was sitting here thinking I'm talking to a mic. Babes, nothing. It's giving nothing. You're doing nothing. So, I don't know if that's a part of the master plan. I'm not sure, but I am, beyond exhausted, which is crazy because all I've been able to do is intermittent sleep. And then there was one day I went to sleep at 6 p.m. and woke up at 10 a.m. the next day. And I'm like, where is that sleepy on at? But anyway, moving forward, I'm gonna let you know the things I've been watching on TV. I don't know if that's something you're interested since I've been essentially in the damn bed. I'm telling you guys, don't let nobody gaslight you that cramps aren't terrible. Because I got some doctor's appointments today because I need folks to listen to me when I tell them I'm in pain, when I tell them that it's bad, right? So, and the only way I've been able to live, and I don't know about you guys, but I love me a period panty. And I just been living in them, they are a gift. Shout out to the Period Company. Not sponsored, but wow. You guys do it. Yes. But what I've been watching, I did watch a little bit of Traders, which you probably already seen me see a little bit of it. There's a season finale on Thursday, and I need to finish that. And hopefully I get to it, but my brain is in and out, and I also have a lot of stuff that I've been meaning to do. There's a talk about Black women and Black justice and Black linguistics tonight that I want to go to at the university I attend, so I hope that I'm able to do that. And then I've also been watching this Australian TV show and I can't remember it. So if I can find the what it looks like, I'll put it up here. And I just think it's like cheeky. I just think it's really cool. I love that the assistant is a black person. You know, I always want black people in lead positions, but this felt very progressive for Aussie. And I love that the main character is Xena the Warrior Princess. Get it, girl. And I love how she is using like a Sherlockian type of method in solving crime. I also have been watching Discovery of Witches. This is a TV show that I watch and then stop watching and watch and then stop watching. So I finally made my ass to season 3. And, you know, it is what it is. But then I thought today, like, they're not really doing much of nothing. They're just moving slow and having intense stares every damn episode. And I'm like, are we gonna do something? And then that's wild for you out here feeding the baby blood. But I guess that baby need nutrients. But you said, Lord, what's going on is at the dinner table. You know, white people. But this Black History Month, so I'm gonna just, keep it pushing on that. But yeah, that's all I've been really watching. I've been doom scrolling way too much, and I think it's an avoiding tactic, and I need to get rid of it and stop doing that. So I just really want to not be in the bed. I really want to not be in the bed. I really want to be out in the world. But unfortunately, that is not how life is treating me at the moment. So with that being said, I'm going to try to do what I have to do. I realized I was talking lower than I usually do, so sorry about that. I was talking lower than I usually do, but I'm going to go and get I think my iPad cuz I can read better on there, and then I'll start reading This Place Kills Me. Hopefully, I'll come back and let you know my thoughts. And I just have to wait until the system is clear. And yeah, I have some breakfast that I didn't fully eat downstairs. So I'm going to go check that out and, just live my life. So see you guys in the next clip. After 12 years, it came back on. So I'm looking a mess. I could have shown you how cute I was. I have no picture, no documentation of nothing. Of nothing. But I went to see a group of black women in the field of linguistics. Some of them are kind of like adjacent, but to me, it's like they have lived experience and they know how black language can be seen from other folks. A lot of times, other folks is white people. A lot of time, other folks is people who tell you that standard English is the only way to speak English, right? Very, very colonizing in thought. So it was really dope to be in a room with a bunch of black people who are talking about the impact of this being our 100th year of celebrating Black History Month, or Black History Week that later turned into Black History Month. And just how important it is that we show up speaking like our authentic selves. And it just made me think about so many things. I think about how I speak in academia and like how I be typing stuff up and writing things, and I'd be like, I don't actually sound like this. It sounds like a robot. Like it doesn't, there's no, my writing don't often feel like me. So I think as a practice to kind of shift my thinking and practice of writing towards whiteness, because I do that. I'm not going to say I don't. In order to switch that practice, I think I'm going to journal more just to talk about how I feel. Because I do think in the moments in my life when I journaled more, I carry that over to academia more readily than I didn't. So I just think that was just so dope. hearing them talking about their different experiences. One of the women, she is Nigerian, and she came to America, I think in 2021, to study linguistics and how Black folks speak and how that can be translated or also looked at with the similarities in how Black people speak in Nigeria. And she said something that I don't even know how to explain it. I just want to say what she said because I just need more time to think about it. It just felt very impactful. And she said that she views Black language as a spirit. And I'm like, wow, to think of something as a living being. And I think this brings me back to Dr. Robin Wall Kimmerer in her book Braiding Sweetgrass, which I know has its criticisms and things like that. But there was a talk she did that I was actually the MC of that talk, and like the person who had the mic and was asking the questions on behalf of the audience or whatever. And I remember her saying, like, we need to refer to things as kin. We need to show that we have that relationship with inanimate and animate objects. And it just made me think, like, I need to really be thinking of more things as living things, because I think that's what colonialization has done, has convinced BIPOC folks that our shit doesn't matter, and that because it's not in tandem with whatever is popular or whatever is the white colonizing standard, then it's not valid. And I don't want to go through life like that. And I just think it's so dope to think of something as language, and it lives. It's a language. It lives. I know a lot of times in linguistics we talk about how it's a community of language, a community of speakers, and how language is in the mind. And if it's in the mind, I mean, it lives in the mind. And I just need more time to marinate on how I'm going to use Black language as a spirit and address it as such in my program, after my program, just in life, and encouraging other people to do the same. So that's kind of where we're at there. And I need to edit one of my videos because they're telling me about this damn music. That's not right. I'm halfway asleep, halfway not. I need to get a heating pad because I'm in a lot of pain. And I do need to do some homework before I go to sleep. I think future Bree would be very happy if I do at least 2 assignments before I gotta, hang it up and call it one. So with all that being said, I had a great time. It was beautiful being in a room with a bunch of Black people and a bunch of Native people talking about what colonialization has done to our language, how the first way to break you is through language. And there were some moments where I had to fight back tears, but it's always good to remind yourself. And this picture I'm about to put up on the screen right now is a picture that shows how enslaved Black folks were brought to what is now known as the United States of America. And just looking at all these bodies and how cramped together, and dysentery and measles and just all kinds of diseases they were subjected to. Most of these people, if not all of these people, are oftentimes not from the same tribe, don't even speak the same language. And that was also done purposeful so that they couldn't communicate and talk to each other. All the, raping of Black bodies being thrown off boats, Black bodies changing the migration patterns of sharks. And I know I say that a lot, but every time I look at this picture, it really jolts, it takes me. And, I don't know. There's just so much Black contribution to American society that I feel like don't often get honored. And it's inspiring me to have capacity. And, that's just some things I'm thinking of. And like I said, I'm really tired. So I'm going to go ahead, start this work, and then I will see you guys in the next clip. Bye. I don't have my mic right now because I need to charge it, and somehow I've lost my light. Having things on this smaller camera is kind of tricky because I am clumsy. I tend to lose stuff, so I've lost some stuff. So anyway, today we are making Monet's chocolate chip cookies. So let's get what I think I need from memory. First thing is flour. I think she also wants, what is this? Brown sugar. And then I think baking soda. She goes, and I will love you. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's that. And then, what else? She said extracts. I'm not doing the butter extract bougie thing that she got going on. Rum and vanilla. We got rum and vanilla. If you like pina colada, getting caught in the rain. I think we have most of what we need. We need this. We need egg. The butter's in the fridge. No, I took the butter out. The butter I took out earlier. So we have the components. Okay, so because my lighting is terrible and only kind of good right here, I'm just going to put some B-roll on and just show you how I'm making this. I gotta find my phone. And I also gotta find the chocolate chips. Oh my god, how can I forget about that? Okay, so in this bowl, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? Every time I think I have enough, I don't. And I always need to check my cabinets because this is where I put my sugar. It's this type of sugar, this cane sugar. I get it from Aldi's because it's good quality and it's better like price point there. I'm starting off with the recipe. She didn't tell me I can give this recipe to people, and I talk to you guys a lot about how my mom is a chef, or was a chef, sorry. Even after 2 years of grieving, I kind of still feels like she's still living. I'm lazily making these cookies. Okay, so I'm gonna do all the dry ingredients first. I did not realize that my brown butter was harder than Reagan's presidency. This is just what it is. The thing about baking is like precision matters, right? And I'm over here just hoping for the best. Also, I'm not in the greatest mood. So not being in the greatest mood, feeling very lazy. And this is low stake. It's not like the end of the world is gonna happen because I made less tasty cookies that I will be eating. Always clean up as you go, guys. Put your shit away. Which I'm just gonna hit you like that. She said unsalted butter. I only have salted. And I shouldn't have put that in there. This might be some salty ass cookies. Anyway, you know, we gotta live our lives at the end of the day. That's what I've learned. 1 cup, and we need a 4th cup. We need a large egg. Damn, that brown sugar is tough. But they're not too bad. They're really soft. So, yeah. You just hear the floor. It's a creaky house. The house is old. It's over 100 years old. But I just wanted to show you guys something. I bought something for Angela because what I originally bought her is too small. So I wanted to get her something bigger. So I'm literally about to show you of how dyslexia can show up in your life. With numbers. We all seen Angela. We know she's this big. I wanted her to get like a better place for her to soak, because what she's soaking in, she's like fitted just enough and she don't have enough room to move around. So I wanted her to have something bigger, something not too bigger, because I was going to buy her a bigger one when she got older. And it was just supposed to be something maybe like this big. You see what's happening here? Why did I purchase this? Huh? Why did it show up so damn big? Anyway, here we are. Just watch me put this in Angela's enclosure. I really wish I showed you guys. I made shashuka earlier. I probably said that wrong, but that shit was fire. I got no pictures, but I'll make it again and show you guys. But I'm going to end off this vlog showing you guys how I'm going to put it in Angela's enclosure. We're going to put her in it, and we're going to see what's up. But before we put her in it, we're going to fill this with warm water. Because I'm thinking if this has warm water and I pour it in the thing, maybe she'll want to go in it and stay in it and hang out. So give me a second. Because I'm shooting this on my DJI, I don't really know how I should position this, but you see all that smoke? That means the humidifier is working. That's what that means. So I'm gonna go in here. Angie. She is fully deep. And this is her food. I like to clean up her food a little bit. Let's see if you can come closer. Yeah, so the humidifier is just going. This is what she had originally. I don't know if you can. This is what she had at first. And no, I don't like this at all. So I'm gonna just sit it out the way. So I want it to be in this area. So I first need to like make as much space as possible. Also, I need to move this. Maybe I'll put it in the corner on the other side, like that corner over there. But I need to make some space. And then, Angela, I'm so sorry, baby girl. But you, I guess you can stay where you are, but we gotta move some stuff around. She said, I'm living my life, Mom. I don't know why you're trying to get me to do other things. I hear you, my girl. Okay, but we gotta make this space wide enough for it. Ooh, I feel like I'm some kind of like magician because I made just enough space for this. Wow. Okay, so let's like make this side just a little bit more chunkier. This, I guess let's do the sides. It's gonna be bark gonna get in here anyway, but I want it to be, I don't want her to feel stuck. So you have to make sure there's enough where she can just crawl out of it. Okay, and it's gonna be dirty because she's a tortoise, so I've already come to terms with all of that. All right, so let's pour the water in. Okay, so do you see how this is gasoline? I don't know if it's because the water, the floor is uneven, like the bottom of the floor is, but let's add a little bit more water. I don't know why I'm trying to take these pieces out because they're going to be put back in there. So give me, uh-oh, look at her, nosy, just nosy. I think she's still just like figuring it out, but I don't want it to be too much water. But I hate that the water is only going to one side. All right, this is Angela. I'm just gonna get some of this out of here. Not that it matters. But yeah, I know this is like much bigger than you hoped, or I hoped, but it's good that you have it, you know? I think she's just drinking water. Angela, are you drinking some water? So yeah, we'll let her live. She got it. It's done. All this is to me is just a lesson in measure things out, Brie. I guess she's trying to be an escape artist. And you know what? I feel that. Okay, she was able to get out of it. So that's good. Because I was like, what if she can't get out of it? Oh, she's eating the plants. And she's trying to eat the rock. No, Angela. No. She making her beak sharp? Also, I wanted a terracotta like thing like that, but when I got it, I realized it was plastic, so that kind of broke me spirit, broke me heart, but yeah, Angela's moving. She done got over the rock. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. So yeah, so we did that. I have some homework to get done. I am still reading The Body by Bethany C. Morrow, and I am only 30% in, and I probably won't finish this until like 2 vlogs from now because of school and stuff, but I do hope to finish like 3 books next week, which is spring break. So anyway, The Body I'm at a part where I'm just unsure if we are tethered in reality or not. And I'm also being challenged with how much I don't like men. So those two things are happening right now. I don't have like much to add on that. It's just I'm feeling very challenged. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm actually gonna listen to it while I do one of these assignments, because it's an assignment where I can multitask, and that's what I'm gonna do. Don't forget that Minneapolis is still being occupied by ICE. Don't forget that the state of Minnesota is being targeted by the Trump administration. And Minnesota is not the only state. ICE is being occupied in Texas with a lot of their elected officials on board. There's things going on in Florida. There's things going on in Kansas. There's things going on everywhere. And I just really want us to be able to work together, because the powerful elite and patriarchy is doing whatever and however they want to do things. And it is heartbreaking. It's hard to even show up in ways like this. I just, it's I know that I don't even have to say it in words, because I know a lot of you understand, because it's just, we're living a very difficult time right now, a very difficult time, and we really have to support each other, and we really have to think about humanity, and we really have to think about empathy. And canceling people is not enough. We need way more action. Way more action. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in another video.